welcome to Storytime with Miss Becky. Bear and I would like to ask you a question. What two presidents of the United States do we remember in February? If you say George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, you're right. Do you wish you could be president? What fun things does the president do besides flying in a private jet? And what serious things does the president do besides trying to get along with other countries? Let's put on the magic reading glasses and go to the White House and see. If I Were President, written by Stier. It would be great to be President of the United States. If I were president, that means after a big campaign with speeches and posters and TV ads, the people would have chosen me as their leader. Years of planning and hard work would have prepared me for that day. If I were president, I'd promise to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, because that would be my job. Then I'd move to a mansion called the White House with more than 100 rooms. And I'd have to remember my new address, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. If I were president, I could go bowling or visit a movie theater without ever leaving my house. I'd have my own chef and could eat whatever I wanted. I could even have 2 desserts every night. If I were president, I'd start work early each morning in the Oval Office. Although I'd tried to do what's best for my country, not everyone would agree with my decisions. But I'd get help making those decisions from a group of people called my cabinet. If I were president, the people would be my boss, and I'd have to find out what they wanted. It wouldn't be easy. Different people would want different things. If I were president, I'd be in charge of the armed forces, the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. If I were president, each year I'd give a speech to Congress called the State of the Union. All over the country, people would be watching and listening. I'd talk about how our country was doing and suggest ways to solve our problems. Imagine creating laws for a whole country. That's something Congress and I would work on together. Congress would present bills, which are ideas for new laws. If I didn't like an idea, I'd say no. That's called a veto. But if I agreed, I'd sign the bill and make it a law. If I were president, the agents of the Secret Service would guard me. Everywhere I'd go, they'd go too. If I were president, I'd travel in my limousine or in my private airplane, Air Force One. I'd meet with the leaders of other nations. Maybe together we could work to improve our world. If I were president, I'd comfort families that had been in an earthquake, hurricane, or flood. Then I'd help them rebuild their towns. If I were president, one of my favorite jobs would be passing out medals to people who had done brave deeds. This person rescued a baby. If I were president, in the spring I'd toss the first pitch of the baseball season. And in winter, I'd light the nation's Christmas tree. If I were president, my words and picture would appear in newspapers and magazines all over the world. Even my dog would make headlines. She had puppies. If I were president, the house I grew up in would be famous. Watered these flowers, looked out window, took out this garbage. People would ask my mom for a tour of everything, even my treehouse. Hid in here, slept in this room, climbed this tree, swung this bat, hit this ball. If I were president, the people could only elect me twice. That's 8 years altogether. Then I'd have to find a new job and a new house. Soon, a new president with different ideas would move into the White House. But just like me, the new president would work hard for the good of the country. If I were president, they might someday make a statue of me, like the white marble statue of Abraham Lincoln in the Lincoln Memorial, or the president's heads carved into Mount Rushmore. Or someday my face might show up on the country's money. Did you know President Lincoln is on the penny? President Jefferson is on the nickel. And President Washington is on the dollar bill? And who knows? Someday I just might be President of the United States. Well, someday you just might be President of the United States. Imagine what you would like to see happen if you were. Bear and I wish you a happy President's Day, and we hope you visit us again soon. Bye for now.